एक बात तय है कि दिल्ली में कमल खिल रहा है, दिल्ली में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बन रही है।
अरविंद केजरीवाल को ही मुख्यमंत्री बनना है, आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार बननी है।
Where it goes to, how much it goes to, we'll all come to know on the 8th.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Will 2025 prove to be lucky for the BJP? Did the BJP's Brahmastra, the star campaigner Prime Minister Modi, manage to help the BJP end the 27-year drought in Delhi? Have Delhiites given a thumbs up to Modi ki guarantee? Well, yesterday, the poll of polls suggested that winds of change are set to begin in Delhi. Or will it really be तीसरी बार केजरीवाल, in fact चौथी बार केजरीवाल? Well, पिक्चर अभी बाकी है मेरे दोस्त, कहीं जाएगा कहीं नहीं जाएगा, because here on Times Now we will bring you the projection of India's ace pollster Pradeep Gupta and his poll on Access My India projections. It's one of the most credible exit polls in the country, from seat share to vote share to who do Delhiites want to see as the chief minister. We will tell you all the details, but first let's take a look at all the agencies that gave their projections last night. 8 out of 10 exit polls gave the BJP a clear majority, while 2 exit polls gave some hope to the Aam Aadmi Party. Take a look. Let's now tell you a little bit about the voter turnout, but before I go to that, JVC's poll 39 to 45 to the BJP, 22 to 31 to the Aam Aadmi Party. Metrise gives 35 to 40 to the BJP, 32 to 37 to the Aam Aadmi Party. Are they hedging their bets? It's a very, very close call, a 50-50 situation across looking at these numbers. People's Insight gives a clear majority to the BJP between 40 and 44. Aam Aadmi Party 25 to 29. People's Pulse, well, gives a bonanza to the BJP 51 to 60, 10 to 19 to the Aam Aadmi Party. Chanakya Strategies gives 39 to 44 to the BJP and 25 to 28 to the Aam Aadmi Party. P Mark gives 39 to 49 to the BJP, 21 to 31 to the Aam Aadmi Party, and Poll Diary 42 to 50 for the BJP, 18 to 25 for the Aam Aadmi Party. DV Research 36 to 44 to the BJP and 26 to 34 to the Aam Aadmi Party. 21 to 25, this is where the picture changes. Mindbring gives 21 to 25 to the BJP, 44 to 49 to the Aam Aadmi Party. We preside, I don't know what this agency is, but it is out there with the numbers. 18 to 23 to the BJP, 46 to 52 to the Aam Aadmi Party. And if you look at that, well, even the average, many say average is not the scientific way to go, but what can I do? If 8 of them say one story of the BJP forming the government, 2 of them say the other story, which way are we going to go? Are you more confused or as confused or lesser confused than before? Well, I'm not taking a bet, especially because even the Satta Bazaar yesterday was divided, was playing it safe. So what does one need to look out for if you want to see the scientific manner? What you need to look out for is the fact that what was the voter turnout? Voter turnout in 2013 was 65.63%. In 2015, 67.12%. 2020, 62.55%. 2025, 60.42%. Less than 2020. Normally, people say higher voter turnout means there is anti-incumbency and the incumbent government is being voted out. Happened in 2015, because this was a one-year government which was a coalition between the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress. Well, in 67% you saw the Aam Aadmi Party and Arvind Kejriwal coming back with the bang. 62% Arvind Kejriwal stayed. 60% will he stay, will he go? JVC, you've done a poll and you've given 39 to 44. But with this voter turnout, what is the story?
No, this is not going to be the final turnout. Postal has not come because we saw in Maharashtra, Wednesday the polling ended, and by Friday afternoon, 2 o'clock, Election Commission gave the final figure. And there was almost a difference of around 6 to 7% on that. So I'm expecting that tomorrow afternoon, by around 2 o'clock, Election Commission would come out with the revised figures, number one. And number two, very important, gender. How many women voted? How many men voted? Now, if I look at those figures only, we can say...
So you're saying so far even the gender divide is not...
Has not come. I have not seen in any place the gender divide. So we do not know...
Have you been checking every minute the Election Commission website?
Almost an hour, every hour. Every hour I'm checking.
Okay, not every minute.
Not every minute, but unfortunately till now it does not come. I expected it only by tomorrow because that was a pattern in Maharashtra. I don't know why they take so much of time.
Okay.
But that's what happened.
Fodder for thought as far as the opposition is concerned, because in Maharashtra that was subject of a lot of politics. But what does this mean? We've seen the voter turnout. Let me introduce our guest this evening, and joining me this evening is Rohan Gupta, BJP spokesperson, joining the broadcast. Also joining me this evening is Shekhar Iyer, senior journalist, Karan Verma, senior journalist. Also joining me this evening is Sanjay Jha, Congress leader. With us is Anjali Rai of the Aam Aadmi Party. And before I get across to them, I just want to check how is the heartbeat doing? Forget the politics. Rohan Gupta, what is the pulse rate that the BJP is going through at this moment? Pulse high, blood pressure in control, or is the suspense killing you as much as it is killing us journalists? Because we don't know which poll to believe.
Navika ji, since I have worked closely in Delhi elections at War Room, so obviously pulses are there, but we know that people's pulses are going to be with us. So heartbeats are normal, BP is normal, sugar is normal. But excitement, happiness का है, उसके कारण थोड़ा बहुत ऊपर नीचे होता है, but pretty sure that BJP is going to come back.
Anjali Rai, your health parameters, how are they doing today?
We are completely fine, Navika, because we are totally sure that we are going to come back once again. So I have been on the ground. He has been in the war room, but I have been on the ground. I have been talking to the voters, and I found out that our main voters, the women, which are about 72 lakh voters, like 45% of the voters are women, they were silent. And our voters are mainly women, and they are silent. They never tell even their husbands that whom are they going to vote for. And they are definitely going to vote for us because, you know, they save a lot of money while running their household affairs by benefiting by the schemes of Kejriwal ji, who has given them free electricity, free water, free health
Anjali Rai ji, while I don't grudge you wishing to win these polls, अब हस्बैंड वाइफ में झगड़ा कराकर अगर आप पोल्स जीते तो ये सही नहीं है. एटलीस्ट आई एम पुटिंग माय ऑब्जेक्शन ऑन द टेबल. यू कांट क्रिएट मैरिटल डिस्कॉर्ड जस्ट बिकॉज यू वांट टू विन इलेक्शन. इज दैट फेयर अंजलि जी?
नहीं नविका, आपने ये बड़ी गलत बात कह दी. हमने ये बताया कि विमेन कितनी इंडिपेंडेंट है हमारे कंट्री में. वो अपना डिसीजन अपने आप ले सकती हैं. वो डिपेंड नहीं करती अपने हस्बैंड के ऊपर कि वो कहेगा. एक वक्त था जब हस्बैंड कहता था भाई यहाँ मोहर लगाओ तो बेचारी लगा देती थी. अब सही कह रही हूँ, झूठ नहीं कह रही. अपने घर में भी ऐसा देखती हूँ कि बच्चे जो हैं वो कहीं और वोट डालेंगे, विमेन जो पत्नी है वो कहीं और डालेगी, पति कहीं और डालेंगे. एंड इट्स अ वेरी वेरी
okay, to that extent completely agree with you. Women make their own decisions. Yes. And okay, you're saying no marital discord, it's just the independence of women. Yes. That's coming through. Well, great if that's happening. Sanjay Jha, what do you think? Are you putting a bet on who's winning this election? Well, this is not an official bet in terms of money. This is just whether you're treating me to a cup of coffee or I'm treating you to a cup of coffee.
Well, Navika, about the pulse rate, all I can say is that looking at the rate of pulses, India's food inflation, I think the rest of the country definitely has a very high blood pressure. But as far as the Congress party is concerned, since most of the exit polls are undecided whether we'll get 0 seats or 2 seats, I'm pretty calm and, pretty chilled out.
I know. You have nothing to lose, Sanjay Jha. That's the way the Congress party is. Na idhar ke, na udhar ke. Delhi mein no great impact. But Karan Verma, I know you are pretty much a BJP supporter, a right-wing supporter. But let's be realistic here, because as analysts, we're supposed to be realistic. I want to ask you, what is the sense that you get from the ground, from the people, because we all live in Delhi? What is the sense that you're getting? The fact that the voter turnout has been lower than what the BJP would have expected, at least the numbers that are available as of now. Do you think there's a twist in the tail?
There could be, and that would be a big disappointment in the sense, because Navika ji, what I saw on the ground was palpable anger. I haven't seen this level of disillusionment with the current government, that is the AAP government. I mean, 28 people died due to electrocution. There are schools which do not have headmasters, principals, sewage, litter all across. So there was serious anger, and I would have loved to see that translate in a higher voter turnout. As JVC just said, he's still waiting for the final figures. But that palpable anger, I wish it did eventually convert into a vote, because if people sat at home being disillusioned, thinking that BJP is not a viable alternative, then that's bad news for Delhi from where I see it. Because let's face it, even if BJP wins this election, I'm putting this on record, I don't think it's because BJP ran a very spirited campaign. It's because the people were angry with the dispensation that they have. A CM candidate who cannot enter the secretariat and sign his file, who was forced to resign. All the top ministers out on bail. So this was some serious anger. If it doesn't translate, if we see the past precedents, Delhi has voted out pretty decisively. Back in 1998, even in 2013, they voted out Sheila Dikshit. Yes, they flirted with a new startup in AAP, but they voted out. So I personally would love to see that anger translate, but the voter turnout figure is what I'm still looking for amongst the men and the women. This must go up for anger to actually convert into something.
Absolutely. And Shekhar Iyer, I want to ask you, what's your assessment? I think you must have seen some 100 elections by now. State, Lok Sabha elections, maybe more, maybe 200 elections. What is your sense? Pehle zamane mein you used to get the winds, which way they are blowing. These days, are elections becoming more difficult to read? Or the contests are just so much under the ground as they are on the ground that it's difficult to figure out which way the vote is going. Plus, there is so much of bravado in the statements that are made on every side of the political spectrum that it's difficult to figure out, is somebody bluffing or is somebody really confident? How do you see these elections, and do you believe in the general direction of the exit polls that we've seen so far, or would you still hold back given the fact that exit polls, frankly, and their credibility have always had a question mark?
No, indeed, Navika, elections have become very, very complex because every section of voters, they are very vocal about their ideas, they're vocal about their demands and needs, and they are capable of assessing performance versus promises, delivery versus, what has been assumed as entitlements. So therefore, this is one election where it is not about free electricity, free water, or free whatever, because that all the parties promised. And BJP, particularly from Prime Minister on to Home Minister, repeatedly assured the people of Delhi that none of the free schemes of Aam Aadmi Party will be stopped. But at the same time, I would not call so much of an anger, but I could see a sense of exasperation, particularly with the way Kejriwal and his government in the last couple of years, how they lost their way for various reasons. One was the long political duel, when everybody knew what was the status of Delhi vis-a-vis the central government. I mean, even Sheila Dikshit had a problem with a Congress governor You all would recall Sheila Dikshit's problem with Tejendra Khanna, who was Lieutenant Governor of Delhi then. But then there was a way to sort out things, because Sheila Dikshit knew, what are the problems, how to go about it. But here we saw a battle going on in the courts, outside courts, all about constitution. But what Delhi needed was immediate answer to the quality of governance. Now, Aam Aadmi Party promised that if the municipal corporation came into our hands, you will see a qualitative difference. So people voted BJP, people voted Aam Aadmi Party, rejecting the BJP in the municipal elections. But 2 years down the line, has anything changed greatly in Delhi under the AAP dispensation in the MCD? No. So I think those people, there could be a core supporters who would think that, they still prefer AAP. But there are equally number of other sections who feel that, they are just tired by these explanations, excuses, and this long politics rather than answer the question. Even in the last
breaking news, Shekhar Iyer, I have to interrupt you there. We have some big breaking news coming in. Operation Lotus claim by the Aam Aadmi Party ahead of results. In fact, this big claim is coming from Aam Aadmi Party Member of Parliament Sanjay Singh. What is he saying? First let's just listen into him. The allegation he is making is that Operation Lotus has already been launched in Delhi. Let's straight go across to our reporter who's got Sanjay Singh on camera. Let's listen in. Big claim coming in from Sanjay Singh.
सर, अभी आपने प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में ऐसा कहा कि बीजेपी आपके कुछ एमएलएस को पोच करने की कोशिश कर रही है, कितने प्रूफ है और क्या लग रहा है आपको आगे?
7 विधायकों से अब तक संपर्क किया गया है। उन्होंने हमको फोन करके बताया कि 15-15 करोड़ का ऑफर बीजेपी की तरफ से दिया जा रहा है। ऑपरेशन लोटस हार की हताशा में बीजेपी ने अभी से शुरू कर दिया है।
Okay. 7 AAP MLAs have been approached by the BJP, says Sanjay Singh. Rohan Gupta, serious charge. Are you nervous that you're already beginning to poach MLAs or potential MLAs from the Aam Aadmi Party? That's a huge allegation.
Of negative politics of Aam Aadmi Party, which has already frustrated people of Delhi. उनके घर के नल के पानी में नल में पानी नहीं आएगा तो भी बीजेपी की गलती निकालेंगे। ये किस तरह का पॉलिटिक्स है? आप बताइए। यू कम आउट विद द नेम ना, यू आर सेइंग दैट दिस इज ऑफर, यू कम आउट विद द नेम, हु हैज कॉल्ड हुम को, हु इज कॉल्ड, दिस आर सीरियस एलिगेशन। कब तक मीडिया पे एलिगेशन करते रहेंगे? आपको मालूम है बुरी तरह से आप हार रहे हैं, यू नो दैट यू आर गोइंग टू लूज बैडली, तो अभी अपना मॉरल ग्राउंड बनाने के लिए सब खेल बंद करिए ना। होल आम आदमी पार्टी नोज दैट दे आर लूजिंग बैडली। इनके जो एमएलए तो इसीलिए छोड़ के पार्टी चले गए जिनको टिकट नहीं मिला, दे आर ऑल ऑफ देम, दे आर गोइंग टू बी इन अ सीरियस सिचुएशन राइट नाउ। किसको फोन करेंगे जब कोई सीट श्योर नहीं है? व्हेन केजरीवाल हिमसेल्फ इज लूजिंग, व्हाई वी शुड कॉल एनीबडी? किसी की है ही नहीं, श्योरिटी नहीं है। सो आई थिंक दे शुड स्टॉप ऑल दिस ब्लेम गेम। इसी के कारण पीपल ऑफ दिल्ली गॉट फ्रस्ट्रेटेड कि पीपल हुम वी हैव गिवन चांस फॉर 10 years, दे आर ब्लेमिंग अदर्स फॉर ऑल देयर फेलियर्स। पानी ठीक से नहीं आता है, जल बोर्ड उनका है तो भी धरने पे बैठ जाएंगे। प्रदूषण होगा तो हरियाणा की गलती निकालेंगे, यमुना साफ नहीं होगी तो किसी और की गलती निकालेंगे। टिल व्हाट टाइम यू विल प्ले दिस गेम?
सात एमएलएस को पोच करने की कोशिश नहीं हुई है। अगर ऐसा सही है तो डेफमेशन केस होना चाहिए। This is a huge allegation. I'm sure the member of parliament from the Aam Aadmi Party is not lying on that. Anjali Rai, I'm going to come back to you, but Access My India, the first numbers are coming in. The numbers are of the projection of vote shares, and in this, if Access My India is to be believed, then BJP is getting 48% of the vote, up from 39.4%. That's a rise of almost 9% vote share percentage, and the Aam Aadmi Party from 53.6% coming down to 42%. Congress from 4.26% going to 7%. Others from 2.75 to 3%. But big gain to the BJP in vote share, big loss to the Aam Aadmi Party in vote share. 48% for the BJP, 42% for the Aam Aadmi Party. Pradeep Gupta joining us in just a minute, but the vote share numbers are here. Details of the caste-wise vote share. Well, in the SCs, BJP gets 39%, 51% to the Aam Aadmi Party, Congress at 8%, others at 2%. Jat vote 63% to the BJP, 28% to the Aam Aadmi Party, 6% to the Congress, 3% to others. Gujar vote 56% to the BJP, 37% to the Aam Aadmi Party, 5% to the Congress, 2% to others. OBCs 58% to the BJP, 34% to the Aam Aadmi Party, 6% to the Congress Party, 2% to others. So the BJP making solid inroads into all of these. JVC, if these are the numbers, how do you read them? You said SC and Valmiki votes would be important. Here the Aam Aadmi Party holding on to them?
No, they're holding on, but what BJP has done is from 26% of the votes, it has moved to 39%, which means certainly a section of Valmiki votes must have definitely shifted from AAP to BJP, because AAP got over 60%. In fact, they got 70% of Jata votes, 65% of Valmiki votes, and 65% of non-Dalit votes. Now it has come down to 51%. That's a major dip. And Jat votes, look at 63%. What we had given to Jat seats, actually 11 seats, we are giving 10 seats to BJP. So it's a Jat which is backing BJP in a big way. Gujar also same as the case. And OBC is a massive shift. In fact, it is a massive shift, which means Purvanchalis are, because we gave only 51%, but Pradeep is giving 58, which means the number of seats, I think if this is the vote share, we might as well see Pradeep giving 50 plus to BJP.
50 plus to the BJP. Well, the first seat projections coming in from South Delhi, if we can have those numbers on the screen, please. Well, South Delhi projections have been made by Pradeep Gupta, and for this, it is even Stevens between BJP and Aam Aadmi Party. 10 seats in South Delhi, 5 each going to BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party. Vote share, BJP is 1% ahead of the Aam Aadmi Party, 5 each in South Delhi. We'll get those numbers on the screen, but let's look at the gender. Let's also look at the gender okay, this is Access My India South Delhi projections. 5 to the BJP, 5 to the Aam Aadmi Party, 0 to the Congress, 0 to others. Look at the vote share, 45% for the BJP, Aam Aadmi Party at 44%, 6 to the Congress, others at 5. So South Delhi giving nothing away, 5 each. Anjali Rai, overall percentage is 48% for the BJP. You're down to 42%. Clearly the seat share still coming, but South Delhi is even. Stevens, how do you see this?
Navika, I don't believe these exit polls results, because the last time also we saw how that person of this Access India,
but he's got India 3 Delhi elections right, the last 3 ones.
No, but the way he was crying on the screen and he was apologizing. So this time also, this exit poll result is going to fall on its face. So I don't believe their projections. And then they have not projected that how many women are going to vote for.
I'm going to show you those projections. Okay, you talk about gender. The BJP has got 50% of the male votes. Aam Aadmi Party has got 40% of the male votes. Congress 7%. Others at 3%. These are projected numbers. These are not the Election Commission numbers. But female votes, 46% to the BJP and 44% to the Aam Aadmi Party. If the BJP is getting more percentage of votes, even of the women, is that the last bastion, JVC?
Absolutely, because if this is true, because we gave 47.5 to the female and 45.5 to the BJP, for AAP and BJP. So, but here, if he is giving 46 and 44 and he is giving massive 50%, see, there is
a 10% gap here in the male, which is huge.
11,75,000 more male voters than female voters. We have to keep repeating this again and again and again.
Absolutely. Big point to be noted is in Delhi, the electorate is such that 55% of the electorate is males, 45% is female. And if males and females advantage goes to the BJP. Are they headed for a victory? Let's look at Northeast Delhi numbers. 10 seats in Northeast Delhi, 6 going to the BJP, 4 going to the Aam Aadmi Party, 0 to the Congress, others at 0. Vote share 47% to the BJP, 43% to the Aam Aadmi Party, Congress at 7, others at 3. If I'm taking a look at these numbers and these vote percentages, Rohan Gupta, well, I think another and a very serious, pollster has given the advantage to the BJP. Do you agree with these numbers? Because East Delhi and Northeast Delhi were areas that the Aam Aadmi Party claimed to be their strongholds. Rohan.
See, basically, the kind of ground reports we also got. BJP was 39 last time. And overall, the survey shows around 48% for BJP and 42% for Aam Aadmi. So I think our internal assessment also shows that there is going to be at least 7 to 8% difference between BJP and Aam Aadmi. And that is where it is close by. But I am pretty sure that on ground also, these numbers will be more. The gap will be more. And the numbers what I see for Congress party, it should be around that only, and that is going to be the dent to Aam Aadmi Party again. So overall, the gap between BJP and Aam Aadmi Party will be minimum 7 to 8% according to me.
Well, look at
terms of
the
numbers,
age group voting patterns. And Shekhar Iyer, I want you to look at these very important breakup. 46% of the 18 to 25 years age group people, which would be the young voters, the first time voters, 46 go to the BJP, 44 to the Aam Aadmi Party. Congress not enthusing too many people, 6%, others 4%. 26 to 35 percentage, that age group, 43% to the BJP, Aam Aadmi Party at 47%, Congress constant at 6, others at 4, 36 to 50. 48% to Modi, 42% to Arvind Kejriwal, 7% to the Congress party, 3% to the others. The 51 to 60 age group, again, it is the BJP that takes the lead, 49% versus 40%, 61 and above. Again, the BJP comes out as the favorite, 52% versus 39%. So even in the age group, except the 26 to 35 age group, the others are all in favor of the BJP. Here in the 26 to 35 age group bracket, the BJP gives way to the Aam Aadmi Party's dominance. Shekhar Iyer, the age, the gender classification, the vote percentage, and the two areas from where 20 seats have come out so far, Northeast Delhi and South Delhi, where the BJP has taken a little bit of an edge. Do you think the situation on the ground is going to change drastically?
Definitely, Navika. This is a reflection of the parliamentary elections that were held in May, April, May, where we saw BJP winning all the 7 seats with almost close to 50% vote. So if today the figures are somewhere close to 48 or 49, and if these figures hold in exact poll, that means, across the age categories which you have seen, yes, particularly the first-time voters, a lot of first-time voters have gone for the BJP, as per the statistics. So similarly, when you see people who are middle-aged and above, they seem to look at the need for a change in Delhi, particularly the governance model. Thus far, they have seen under Kejriwal. And
I don't know who you call middle-aged, Shekhar Iyer. I still think I'm middle-aged. I refuse to get into any other age bracket. And Sanjay Jha is smiling. Yes, Sanjay Jha, I hope on one thing we can agree that we are both middle-aged. We refuse to move from that position. But these numbers, these voting percentages, Sanjay Jha, surprising?
And Navika, first and foremost, I think we are contemporaries, and absolutely, I mean, forget middle age. I think we are young at heart, and we are the people who are going to be driving the future of this country. But on a very serious note, I do believe, Navika, that if the voting percentage has come down to 60%, and we find that the Aam Aadmi Party is losing vote share and pretty considerably down from 53% to 42%, then it appears, based on Pradeep Gupta's forecast, to be a complete sweep. And I think the reason behind that may not be a BJP's campaign. It may not even be Aam Aadmi Party's ineffectiveness. I think it is pure anti-incumbency. They have been in power for 3 terms. Don't forget, they have been in power since 2013. And to a great extent, people do get exhausted and fatigued. And maybe the BJP strategy...
I love the way you put it, Sanjay Jha. And, you know, to say that you're not biased, well, you know, whenever the BJP wins or loses in a 3rd term election, you say, you know, they've never done anything, they're this, they're that, they're so bad. But when it's some other party which loses for the 3rd time, you say anti-incumbency hai. Ye to hota hi hai. Sanjay Jha, I love you for making no bones, direct as it is, but look at the Chandni Chowk area. 10 seats coming from here and BJP 7, Aam Aadmi Party 3, Congress 0, others 0. Vote share, again the BJP surging ahead, 46%, 45% to the AAP, 7% to the Congress, 2%. So some green shoots for the Congress party in vote share.
Because the 3 seats where BJP is not in game are Chandni Chowk, Matia Magal and Ballimaran. All 3 minority dominated. Even in our poll, we gave 7 because these 3 BJP cannot do anything. Okay. In that also, if Congress is getting a little bit of 7%, the Muslim vote has moved away a little from AAP to Congress. AAP has some serious introspection to make. I want to make one statement to Sanjay Jha. Okay, what Mr. Arvind Kejriwal promised was a Paris, London, Washington. What he delivered was a Somalia. And that is what you're seeing in Axis poll.
Well,
I also in my exit poll.
That's very tough words coming in from you. But 7 seats here. So let's do the math here. 6 seats, 5 seats, that's 11 and 7. 18 on 30 is what the BJP has. 12 on 30 is what the Aam Aadmi Party has. That is the total so far out of the 3 regions that we've seen, 7 regions coming up. And Pradeep Gupta joining us anytime now. What we are now going to look at, apart from this, is also the numbers coming in, you know, men voting for the BJP and women voting for the BJP. Women, 46% vote for the BJP, 44% for the Aam Aadmi Party. So a 2% increase, you know, a 2% lead over the women votes could be the turning point. Have women begun to really notice the Modi ki guarantee? Anjali Rai, if these numbers are true, I want to ask you, something's changed on the ground. What are those changes and what are the reasons behind those changes?
Navika, I don't believe that women voters are have voted for BJP because, you know, the important thing is trust factor. Now, women, they believe in Kejriwal's promises. All these parties, they actually started competing and copying Aam Aadmi Party. Aam Aadmi Party said we'll give 2,100. They said we'll give. BJP said we'll give 2,500. Then Congress Party also said we'll give 2,500. Every day they were making so many promises that all the people got so confused that they started thinking that a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. So definitely, especially women, they voted for Kejriwal because they believed that Kejriwal had fulfilled their promises earlier, which he had, like giving of free water and all other benefits. So definitely, they have voted for Aam Aadmi Party.
Okay, we can keep contesting these numbers, but you know, if you are not contesting the numbers and if you are looking at what Axis, My India is saying, then New Delhi seats, 10 seats in this region. Again, the BJP taking a lead, 7 seats to the BJP, Aam Aadmi Party at 3, Congress 0, others 0. Look at the difference in vote percentages. 49% to the BJP and 41% to the Aam Aadmi Party, and that could be the turning point. Has the election swung between Chandni Chowk and New Delhi? Karan Verma, I want to ask you, New Delhi. Now, it will be interesting to know, and I'm trying to get if we have any details of which are these 7 seats. Okay.
Delhi cantonment, which BJP lost the lead in 2024 Lok Sabha election and the turnout was hardly 42-43%. Turnout increased by 54%, and if Pradeep is giving this number, then Delhi cantonment, which was lost by BJP in 2024 Lok Sabha, is being won by BJP, and that is a big story. Because if New Delhi and South Delhi, if BJP has escaped, then it's question of more than... Look at that, West Delhi. It's a sweep, 8-2, which means Jat votes have just moved completely towards BJP.
Think about the Punjabis also.
Punjabi Khatri Punjabis, yes,
because West Delhi, a lot
Definitely.
of Punjabis live there, just as they do in
yes.
South Delhi. But South Delhi, they haven't swung much. But if this is the situation, 8 seats in West Delhi to the BJP, 2 to AAP, Congress 0, others 0, 50% vote share in West Delhi and 42% for the Aam Aadmi Party, 6% to the Congress Party, 2% to the others. Well, even if you were to add these, the BJP is still ahead.
No way.
So I don't know if arithmetic or chemistry could have changed.
Only Harinagar and Tilaknagar is going to AAP. Rest of the seats are going towards BJP.
Well, Karan Verma, your first thoughts, 4 regions already there on our screens. Out of the 70, let me recap. Projection of seat shares, BJP, West Delhi, 8 to the BJP, 2 to the Aam Aadmi Party. Let's take a look at Northeast Delhi. Okay, New Delhi coming up. New Delhi 7 is to 3 in the New Delhi region. Let's also look at Chandni Chowk coming up on your screen, 7 is to 3. It's a two-way fight here. Northeast Delhi, 6 is to 4. It's only in South Delhi that you have 5 is to 5 that we see for the Aam Aadmi Party. And so far, out of the 5 regions, the total number of seats we are just calculating. But joining me this evening is Pradeep Gupta, My Axis. Well, you are giving women voting in preference to the BJP than the AAP. Men, of course, you've given a 10% lead, and so far out of the 5 regions, the BJP leading in each one of them, even Stevens in South Delhi. Pradeep Gupta, it's a sweep election, you think?
I have no definition of sweep, but at this point of time, let's wait for maximum 10 minutes and we will have the final tally and the number with us, and then you decide whether it is a sweep or a landslide or a close flight or whatever it may be.
All right, the Election Commission still hasn't given the final figures of the voting percentage or the breakup of the gender. Your projections show that there is a 10% vote share gap between men voting for BJP versus men voting for AAP, and there is a 2% gap where BJP is leading on the women vote versus the Aam Aadmi Party. I want to ask you, what is this calculation based on, Pradeep Gupta ji, and how confident are you, given that there is no basis without the Election Commission numbers? How confident are you of these numbers and this performance?
See, Navika ji, as far as confidence goes, one must see our track record, and we also see our track record. We have called 69 elections, or predicted 69 elections so far in last 12 years, and we have predicted 63 elections spot on. We were not right on 5 occasions, and 1 occasion I will not say that we were right or we were wrong. So leave aside. As far as the Delhi election goes, and that to Punjab election goes, last Delhi Assembly election and Lok Sabha election also, we were the spot on, and that to the magnitude of the AAP victory in all 3 occasions. 27 we have given in 13, Aam Aadmi Party secured 28. 60 seats higher range we have given in 2015, they secured 67 seats. In 2020, mark my word, we have given BJP 2 seats to 11 seats, meaning Aam Aadmi Party 59 to 68 seats, midpoint was 63, and Aam Aadmi Party secured 62 seats. In Punjab, we have given 91 seats to Aam Aadmi Party.
I'm going to interrupt you, Pradeep ji, simply because we are getting the numbers for East Delhi, and there again, bloom over broom is what we are seeing. 8 to the BJP, 2 to the Aam Aadmi Party, and in the vote share also a huge lead to the BJP, 49% vote share versus 41% to the Aam Aadmi Party, 8 versus 2. Now that is again in East Delhi, winds of change. What did you find on the ground? Why have women not taken free Bijli Pani and voted for the BJP instead? Pradeep Gupta ji, could you find some reasons for that?
Yes, very much. So there was, I'll classify negatives and positives in that sense. Now coming to Aam Aadmi Party's positive, why women has voted even 44% is significant in comparison to 46%, and that too when you compare among the male members. The bill of reduced bill or zero bill of Bijli Pani to the limited number of units. Second, स्वास्थ्य एंड शिक्षा दोनों के ऊपर लोगों को सुविधाएं भी और पैसे भी कम लगे और सुविधाएं भी अच्छी मिली. मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट, बस राइड फॉर द वुमेन, फ्री बस राइड फॉर द वुमेन. वो एक फ्री की टिकट भी देते थे उनको कि जी आपको फ्री में टिकट दिया गया. नॉट ओनली कि आप आ जाइए चले जाइए, फ्री टिकट भी देते हैं. All these things were positive in favor of Aam Aadmi Party. But in last 5 years, these are the facilities for last more than 5 years, 5 to 10 years. But what is negative for Aam Aadmi Party? They have changed their positioning. See, in any brand equity, the positioning is a very important factor when it comes to the credibility. People buy the product based on their credibility and the positioning of the brand, what kind of offering they have. So Arvind Kejriwal has projected his image and the party image as a imandar, honest, clean governance. And the image has been dented largely in the past 5 years. Also, over and above that, the kind of positioning they have projected in the beginning, the first 5 years, that हम छोटी कार में चलेंगे, सरकारी कोई सुविधाएं नहीं लेंगे, और उसके हिसाब से जो उन्होंने, अब मैं उसको शीश महल नहीं कहता, पार्टी वाले कहते हैं, लेकिन हाँ एक आम आदमी,
शीश महल का ब्रांड नेम टाइम्स नेटवर्क का ब्रांड नेम है जो सारी पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज अब इस्तेमाल करते हैं. प्रधानमंत्री जी ने अपनी स्पीच में भी यूज किया.
मैं ये कह सकता हूं कि वो खास आदमी का मकान उन्होंने बनवाया, जो चीफ मिनिस्टर हाउस बनवाया. मैं खास कह सकता हूं, इतना तो क्लियर है, if not the शीश महल. Then coming to the पंजाब, जो एक पोजीशनिंग की बात होती कि आप कहते क्या है और करते क्या है, तो पंजाब में इन्होंने 1000 रुपए वुमेन को कहा कि फ्री होगा इलेक्शन के पहले, और ये भी चलो ठीक है. लेकिन इसका जो जवाब दे रहे थे लोग, जब आप मीडिया पूछते थे उनसे, सब टॉप से लेके बॉटम तक जो उनके स्पोक्स पर्सन है, बड़ा कैजुअल जवाब मिलता था. अरे हमको तो 5 साल के लिए चुनाव करके भेजा है ना, कर देंगे, क्या दिक्कत है, क्या जल्दी है.
बहुत बड़ी बात आप कह रहे हैं. द लास्ट ऑफ द 70 सीट्स इज ऑन द स्क्रीन्स फ्रॉम द एरिया ऑफ नॉर्थ वेस्ट दिल्ली, एंड दैट इज 9 सीटें जा रही हैं बीजेपी को, 0 टू द कांग्रेस एंड 1 सीट टू द आम आदमी पार्टी. झाड़ू पूरा लग गया है और कमल पूरा खिल गया है. अगर इसको देखा जाए तो मुझे लगता है कि 50 सीटें बीजेपी को दे रहे हैं प्रदीप गुप्ता जी, 50 and 20 to the Aam Aadmi Party. BJP 7 in Chandni Chowk, Aam Aadmi Party 3, Northeast Delhi BJP 6, Aam Aadmi Party 4, East Delhi BJP 8, Aam Aadmi Party 2, New Delhi BJP 7, Aam Aadmi Party 3, Northwest Delhi 9 to the BJP, 1 to the Aam Aadmi Party, West Delhi 8 to the BJP, 2 to the Aam Aadmi Party, South Delhi is tied at 5 and 5 for both parties. Pradeep Gupta ji, 50 on 70 to the BJP, 20 to the Aam Aadmi Party. Over to you. How do you break these results down?
Just एक सेकंड, आप फाइनल टेली मेरी पोस्ट हो चुकी है, क्योंकि कहीं पे भी ये भी अल्टीमेटली तो छोटे 0.2% के सैंपल साइज पे किया हुआ सर्वे है. जैसे मैंने बताया 13,000 का सैंपल साइज, इसकी रेंज में आप कन्वर्ट कर दीजिए 45 to 55 for the BJP plus, 45 to 55 for the BJP plus, and Aam Aadmi Party 15 to 25, 15 to 25, कांग्रेस पार्टी 0 to 1. शायद वो बादली सीट जीत जाए जहां से कि उनके प्रदेश के यादव लड़ रहे हैं चुनाव. शायद वो बादली सीट जीत जाए, बट टफ फाइट में है। तो 0-1 कांग्रेस एंड 0-1 अदर्स इंडिपेंडेंट, जिसमें 2 जगह चांस है। एक मेहरौली में बाबा बालकनाथ जो बीजेपी के रिबेल हैं, या तो वो जीत सकते हैं, या तो ओखला की सीट के ऊपर ओवैसी की पार्टी के उम्मीदवार जीत सकते हैं।
ओके, मैं रेंज ले लेती हूं। 45 to 55 आपने बीजेपी को दिया है, 15 to 25 टू द आम आदमी पार्टी, 0-1 टू द कांग्रेस, 0-1 टू द अदर्स। वोट शेयर 48% बीजेपी, 42% आम आदमी पार्टी, 7% कांग्रेस, 3% अदर्स। इफ दिस इज द सिचुएशन, एक ही सवाल बचता है प्रदीप जी, अब ये भी बता दीजिए, अरविंद केजरीवाल की सीट पर बहुत सस्पेंस है। आपने 7 दिए हैं आउट ऑफ 10 इन न्यू दिल्ली। ये जो 3 सीटें आम आदमी पार्टी की हैं, ये कौन सी हैं?
देखिए, आम आदमी पार्टी की 3 सीट तो अभी मेरे सामने, क्योंकि अब भी आपने देखा 1 मिनट पहले फाइनल आंकड़ा डाला है, तो वो थोड़ी देर में बता दूंगा। लेकिन न्यू दिल्ली की सीट के ऊपर आपको और आपके दर्शकों के लिए बता दूं, हम कभी भी किसी एक सीट का वैसे अनाउंस नहीं करते हैं तो लोग अपने को पर्सनली ले लेते हैं। बहुत बार जो कभी जीतते बताया और धोखे से हार गए, या हारते बताया जीत गए, तो बड़े आरोप मेरे ऊपर लगते हैं। लेकिन मैं इतना जरूर कह सकता हूं कि जब हमने आज सुबह की बात कर रहा हूं, हमने जब वहां पर सर्वे किया न्यू दिल्ली कंस्टिट्यूएंसी में पर्टिकुलर, तो ये पाया है कि बीजेपी को आम आदमी पार्टी के मुकाबले पॉपुलैरिटी, लोकप्रियता थोड़ी ज्यादा पाई गई है। अब आप उसके मायने अपने हिसाब से लगा लीजिए।
सो यू आर नॉट स्टिकिंग योर नेक आउट। न्यू दिल्ली सीट जो अरविंद केजरीवाल वर्सेस प्रवेश वर्मा वर्सेस संदीप दीक्षित थी, आप कह रहे हैं वहां बीजेपी की पॉपुलैरिटी ज्यादा थी, आम आदमी पार्टी की कम थी। अब इसका तो एक ही मायने हो सकता है, इसका तो एक ही मायने हो सकता है, एक ही मायने हो सकता है। शेखर अय्यर जी, इसका क्या मायने हैं? जर्नलिस्ट हैं आप बता दीजिए।
कल शाम से ये बात चल रही थी कि केजरीवाल की स्वयं अपने सीट फंस गया है। अगर आज जो अभी गुप्ता जी कह रहे हैं, तो इसका मतलब कुछ अच्छे संकेत नहीं है केजरीवाल के लिए। अगर ये सच निकला तो ना केवल केजरीवाल के लिए बड़ा धक्का होगा, लेकिन आम आदमी पार्टी के लिए सबसे बड़ा ये होगा, मतलब एक फॉल बैक होगा। मुझे लगता है कि इससे ऊपर आने के लिए, और इसका असर पंजाब में भी पड़ेगा, पंजाब के शासन पे पड़ेगा, पंजाब के नेतृत्व में भी पड़ेगा।
बड़ी बात कह रहे हैं अंजलि राय जी। योर फर्स्ट रिस्पॉन्स, आम आदमी पार्टी की जो प्रोजेक्टेड सीट्स हैं वो 15 to 25, बीजेपी इज 45 to 55. हाउ डू यू रिस्पॉन्ड?
नाविका, I don't trust these projections, क्योंकि पहली बात ये है कि sample size is very small, 0.2%, and secondly, I told you our voters are silent. लोग डरते हैं आज के दिन में बीजेपी के अगेंस्ट बोलने से। उन्हें लगता है कि कहीं हमें पकड़ के जेल में ना डाल दें, और इतनी भ्रांतियां, इतनी ज्यादा झूठी बातें फैलाते हैं, डराते हैं, धमकाते हैं। एक मुझे मैं एक क्लस्टर्स में गई, आप यकीन करिए, वहां मुझे महिलाओं ने कहा कि हमें आए थे बीजेपी वाले, वो ये कह गए हैं कि भाई तुम अगर वोट जब डालोगी ना, वो साथ में कैमरा लगा होता है, उसमें तुम्हारी फोटो आ जाएगी और वो चली जाएगी मोदी जी के पास।
लेट मी चेक दिस विद प्रदीप गुप्ता जी। डिड ही फाइंड द फियर फैक्टर ऑन द ग्राउंड? प्रदीप गुप्ता जी, क्या फियर फैक्टर था? क्या अंडरस्टेटेड हो सकता है आम आदमी पार्टी का सपोर्टर? क्योंकि अंजलि राय जी का कहना है कि वो डरते हैं, बीजेपी सबको जेल में डाल देती है, इसलिए वो कहते नहीं है, वोट आम आदमी पार्टी को करते हैं, लेकिन मुंह से बोलते हैं बीजेपी। डिड यू फाइंड दैट ऑन द ग्राउंड?
देखिए, हर पूरे देश में हर प्रदेश की एक अपनी तरीका होता है लोगों को व्यवहार या बिहेव करने का। दिल्ली के अंदर कम से कम हमने जो 3 लोकसभा और 3 विधानसभा, यानी इसको ले ले तो 4था विधानसभा इलेक्शन कवर किया है। दिल्ली के लोग इतने ओपनली, इतने फेयरलेसली बोलते हैं कि उसका कोई कंपैरिजन नहीं है। हिंदुस्तान की बात करें तो सबसे ज्यादा जो ये फियर फैक्टर होता है वो बंगाल में, जो कि हमको थोड़ा मुश्किल होता है वहां पे काम करना। बाकी दिल्ली में कहीं पर ऐसा कोई फेयर फैक्टर होता नहीं। जिसके बारे में भी है वो बिल्कुल बिंदास बोलते हैं, और इसीलिए हमारे सर्वे पूरे के पूरे 6 इलेक्शंस में पिछले 3 लोकसभा स्पॉट ऑन रहे।
वेल, रोहन गुप्ता, योर रिस्पॉन्स?
Navika ji, when we started this debate, I told very clearly that we are looking at 50 plus, and the objective of BJP was very clear, to at least hold on the numbers we have in Lok Sabha assembly segments, and that was 52. So my personal number is 52, number one. Number two, when we did door-to-door campaign in Chandni Chowk, when we received the BJP supporters' name, I could find one Muslim young lady's name and number. So even we were surprised when we were sitting in our cabin, how can this is possible? We just cross-checked, we just called back, and she clearly told, I don't want to name, but she clearly told that she supports Modi ji for triple talaq. So the ground reality is completely different. जो हम लोग perception कर रहे हैं कि नहीं Muslims, even प्रदीप जी के सर्वे में 5% Muslims are saying that they are voting for BJP. That is the young Muslim, I think females, they are going to go towards BJP. So मेरा नंबर है कि minimum 52 हम लोग होल्ड करेंगे.
आपका दिल मांगे मोर जो है ना, उसका कोई इलाज नहीं है रोहन गुप्ता जी. चलिए आप 70 की 70 ले लीजिए, अभी क्या फर्क पड़ रहा है, 8 तारीख को पता चलेगा. बट प्रदीप गुप्ता, I want to ask you 3 major seats, because these are the seats that were spoken about very openly during the entire campaign. Arvind Kejriwal seat, where you said the BJP is more popular. What about Atishi ji and Manish Sisodia?
आतिशी जी क्लोज फाइट में थोड़ी सी आगे, ज्यादा आगे नहीं, बट क्लोज फाइट में आतिशी जी आगे दिख रही है पॉपुलैरिटी में. मैं अगेन पर्सनालिटी के बेसिस पे नहीं कह रहा. दूसरी कौन सी सीट पूछी आपने?
मनीष सिसोदिया जी की जंगपुरा की सीट.
वो भी क्लोज फाइट में, बहुत क्लोज फाइट में, क्योंकि वहां पे कांग्रेस उम्मीदवार अच्छा खासा वोट ले रहे हैं, तो वो क्लोज फाइट में थोड़े से पीछे हैं. वो भी जीत सकते हैं और नहीं भी जीत सकते.
All right, बहुत बड़ी बात कह रहे हैं. आतिशी जी has an edge. She might defeat Ramesh Bhiduri. On the other side, well, Jangpura is a very close contest. कुछ भी हो सकता है. Advantage वहां पर बीजेपी का इसलिए हो सकता है क्योंकि कांग्रेस को ज्यादा वोट्स मिल रहे हैं. लेकिन पॉपुलैरिटी में आपने कुछ चीफ मिनिस्टीरियल फेसेस का बताया है, तो उसमें अरविंद केजरीवाल 33% हाईएस्ट पॉपुलैरिटी रेटिंग पर है. आतिशी 3%, Manish Sisodia 1%, any candidate from AAP is 5%. In BJP candidates, Pravesh Verma is highest, 13%, Manoj Tiwari 12%, Harshvardhan ji 9%, Virendra Sachdeva 2%, any candidate from BJP 12%, but Pravesh Verma is higher than that. Devendra Yadav from the Congress 4%, any candidate from Congress at 3%, others don't know. But अरविंद केजरीवाल अगर इतने पॉपुलर हैं, 33% की अगर रेटिंग है, तो अपनी सीट क्यों हार रहे हैं? इसका क्या कारण है प्रदीप जी?
देखिए, अरविंद केजरीवाल की ये जो पॉपुलैरिटी वो पूरे प्रदेश से आ रही है, वेरेज अपनी सीट के ऊपर आप भी जानती हैं कि दिल्ली की जो ये लोग विधानसभा की सीट है उसका कंस्ट्रक्ट कैसा है, ये सारा कुछ डिपेंड करता है कंस्ट्रक्ट क्या है. यदि आप पूरे विधानसभा की बात करें तो 17% दलित और 13% मुसलमान, दिल्ली के अंदर 30 का आंकड़ा बनता है. ये जो आंकड़ा है नई दिल्ली की बात करेंगे तो करीब 10 से 15 का आंकड़ा बनता है. इतना बड़ा ड्रॉप आ जाता है, तो वो उसके साथ कोई कंपैरिजन नहीं है.
Important point made by Pradeep Gupta ji. Thank you very much for joining me. The big news coming out at the moment is that Delhi firmly in the grip of BJP, the lotus ready to bloom if Axis My India poll is to be believed, and also the Congress party cutting the votes, not quite making a splash in this election. The Aam Aadmi Party well, down to about 15 to 25, that's the range. 45 to 55 seat share for the BJP, 48% vote share for the BJP. That's a 9% ahead of what they were last time. 42% to the Aam Aadmi Party, almost 10% or 11% down from the last time. Congress 7% has increased its shares, but not in double digit yet. 3% to the others. Well, Broom is gone, Bloom is back. Will this hold on till the 8th of February? We'll wait and watch. Thank you very much to all my panelists. And thank you, Pradeep ji, for joining me and sharing your research, your takeaways. Thank you. It's been a pleasure to have you.